I've just found out my boyfriend of 13 years has had a double life, cheating on me with my best friend plus prostitutes. Hi everyone, I've never posted to Reddit before, so hopefully I'm doing this right. I was hoping to share my story. Apologies in advance, it's going to be long, but I'm hoping typing it out will be cathartic. I'm currently alone and in need of some support. 2 days ago, I received an anonymous letter in my mailbox telling me to ask my partner and my best friend about what has been going on for the past few years. The note was compassionate, but it completely shocked me. I rang my partner and friend and they confessed that for the past 2.5 years of our 13-year relationship, my partner had been cheating on me with my best friend, the two people I would trust with my life. I then found out prior to that, he had cheated on me with up to 10 different prostitutes approximately. He couldn't give me an exact figure. The background is, 1 year ago, my partner broke down one day and said he was having trouble being attracted to me, and he wasn't sure I was the one. This shook me to my core. We had met as high school sweethearts, and our relationship was as solid as a rock. We had traveled the world together, made plans for the future, bought a house together, picture perfect stuff. When he told me this, it truly broke me. We went to couples counseling where I was told I was the one who needed to do the work in the relationship to fix it. He was the stable attachment style, while I was the anxious style with a fear of abandonment stemming from my mum cheating and me holding this unresolved secret for almost 20 years. He knew this, but after almost $2,000 spent on therapy didn't think to mention why we were really there. I spent the year working on myself, finding new hobbies, cutting and dyeing my hair to look fresh for him, reading every S-time tip imaginable he said when I touched him. It made him want to crawl into a ball, and that I should research how to be better at S-time. I also researched how to be a better partner obsessively. I asked him if there was anything I could do and he told me to shave my legs more. What an asshole. I hated how compliant I was, but I totally took the fall on this. I was then so devastated when at the start of the year, my partner broke up with me. He said he had been unhappy with me for a long time, but the thought of hurting me by breaking up had made him suicidal. We technically broke up. I could no longer see his family, who I am super close with, yet everything felt the same. We still shared a bed, still acted like a couple. This continued on for the last 6 months. I felt happy in this limbo, and had a hunch he was unsure if he really wanted to break up with me. I was concerned for his health, and I felt the possibility of reconnecting, so I stayed in this half relationship with hope. That is, until 2 days ago when I received this letter. It came from a friend's fiancé, who I have only met twice. I later found out 4 of my close friends had known about this affair for 6 months since the breakup, and had kept it a secret from me. The letter writer, pretty much a stranger, was the only person with the heart and balls to tell me. My ex-partner and best friend admitted they knew the note was coming yet still didn't care to tell me. My partner said he was willing to take the secret to the grave with him and never fess up, but that he recently had wanted to be with me and since the breakup felt that we had reconnected. He'd been sleeping with my best friend up until 3 weeks ago with no plans to stop, but he had been distancing himself from her. Wow, thanks. Since finding out, like many of you I imagine, I've had to undergo an STI screening and worry for my health. I also had unprotected S-time with him twice a week ago, and so I have the thought in the back of my mind that there is a risk of pregnancy. He had also been having unprotected S-time with her ongoing for these past 2 years, 2.5 if you include our non-breakup. Unfortunately it wasn't only S-time with them, but love. He told her he loved her and was planning on moving in with her. He texted her good night, He'd buy her nice things, all this without me ever seeing it. Funds funneled out through our shared bank account to a private account. I once asked if they were together, and he was an adamant no, I would never, she's not my type. They admitted they had time in our house. It's hard to be here now knowing the total disrespect for me as a person. What makes this feel like a cruel, twisted game is that my BF told me she originally hated me as my partner had told her I was difficult to be with and I wasn't a nice person. If you all knew me, I promise you'd never think this. I am as caring and thoughtful as they come. Over time, she said she grew to like me, then love me, and wanted to be best friends with me. She helped plant a garden at mine and my partner's house, supported me through the breakup, which now I can see was gathering intel. She said it broke her to hear we were thinking of getting back together. She gave me lavender oil for my stresses after I told her I'd been having debilitating panic attacks at the thought of the breakup, losing my home. She had started copying my interests and hobbies, and any event was always me, her and my partner. I thought she was just lonely, and so I let her into our life with compassion and love. Her justification for the cheating was she was told he was going to break up with me any day now, and that as she knew about the prostitutes, she thought she'd be the next person. As I thought you'd rather it be someone you know so I can keep an eye on him, rather than a random where you'd never find out about. What a load of shit, honestly. My partner's excuse was that he was destructive, and he didn't think he'd live to see the consequences of his actions. He said he felt guilty the first few times, but then it just became routine, and he never thought about me. He said in his mind, he saw me as his carer as I was good at doing things for him, and my best friend said she saw me as a Stepford wife or housewife happy to serve him at home. I feel disgusted by this. I am an independent woman, but house proud? I like helping others, it's in my nature, and I feel like I've been totally taken advantage of and used. What also came out in the woodwork was that for at least 10 of the 13 years together, my partner had been doing a whole assortment of drugs that was completely hidden from me. When we started dating, we both had a shared value that drugs weren't for us. We didn't berate people who took them, but we were opposed to doing them personally. It turns out he has a cocaine hobby among others which all of my friends knew about but kept a secret from me. I feel like my trust has been broken with so many people in the past few days. I really don't know how to cope. They would go camping, or to parties and take these drugs together. I was never invited as it was a boys' trip, or some other lie that kept me at home, alone. It was a lonely and emotionally abusive relationship in hindsight, but I loved him and always had reasoning to discount my hurt feelings and wave them away. I feel like my world has been ripped away from me, and the people I thought I knew and trusted are actually unhinged sociopaths. My best friend said she still wants to be besties, and my partner said we can go to couples counseling after this as he loves me. I don't want a bar of it. I've blocked them both and cut all contact. I honestly never want to see either of them again. It has come as a shock to everyone who's found out except for the friends who knew. They didn't pick up on the affair. My partner confessed, no one had suspected anything. I am coming to terms with the fact I have been abused for years. My partner estimates the prostitutes started 4-6 years ago plus. Reddit, I'm hurting so bad. My support network, the friends who didn't know, are all working or unavailable tonight. I know this is a long read, but if there's anyone who is going through something similar or has, I would love to hear how you are have gotten through this. It's a nightmare I can't wake up from. Thank you so much for reading. Edit, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has commented here. Truly from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you taking the time to read my story and offer your kind words of support. It means so much to me. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, all of this people are awful. And I guess it's not surprising that your drug and prostitute addicted ex has surrounded himself with such awful people. Move on in life from every one of them. The good news is that you know you can make changes as you have done so. So the energy you have poured into yourself will be fruitful to recover from this. Pour yourself into your hobbies as a coping mechanism. Read Leave a Cheater, Gain a Life, Cheating in a Nutshell, and the body keeps the score. It will take a while to overcome this, but you have the formula already. Pour your energy into yourself and rebuilding it into who you want to be. Redditor 2, all of these people need to go. Cut them all out of your life. None of these people are your friend. You need to really cut them out, and you don't owe them any explanation. Ditch the best friend. This man is evil spawn. He is not going to change. Do not get roped into any reconciliation attempts. Anytime you feel the need to talk to any of these people, remember this line. You knew this would hurt me, and you let it happen. If they were truly your friend, they would have told you the moment they found out anything that was fishy. Op answer, thank you. I have no intention of ever speaking to them again, and I suppose the silver lining is that I'm now committed to cutting contact and a clean break. Thank you again for your support. Redditor 3, I don't have a lot to say that hasn't been said already, but I feel for you, Op. I can tell that you are a kind, caring and empathic person. It sucks that the best people so often get abused by essity garbage humans. Op answer, thank you so much, your comment made me cry. Thank you for taking the time to comment, it means a lot.